What's going on, Trojan fans? Light the Torch podcast coming to you with our pregame show. Happy holidays, everyone. Hope everyone had a good Christmas or whichever holiday that you celebrate here. So appreciate you guys chiming in with us the day after Christmas. So as you can see, it's just me and Guns right now. We are all working humans, so we work day-to-day jobs here. So we're kind of short on B Jones and Raul, but we'll try to give the same energy that they give as well. So yeah, how's everything going, Guns?
Doing good, man. Had a good Christmas, quiet, relaxing, and happy for tomorrow. Just excited, really. I would say more than happy.
Yeah, same here. I'm just happy that this is finally here and that we can put this season to rest because the season was something that I'm sure all of us Trojan fans want to forget about. So yeah. So sorry for everyone here. We were not going to have any soundboards. We're not going to have any laughing. That's B Jones territory. So step on that here. So
we might still have some F bombs though. So we'll still keep that Raul tradition going.
Yeah, we might. So. But yeah. So before we get into this here, like and subscribe. I forgot what we're at right now we're at 340 subscribers. I mean, anything's possible. So we could possibly get here to 500. But yeah, either way, any kind of support, we'd really appreciate it. So like and subscribe, share with your friends, family, any Trojan fans that you know of. Just get the word out, and we'll be here for you guys. And yeah, so yeah. So we're going to go ahead and start with the first quarter here, which is the keys to the game. So we're talking about us going against number 15 Louisville. So key offensive keys of the game for you, Guns. What do you got?
Yeah, so I mean the first key is offensive line. I mean, and it kind of goes into the second key, but the first key is keeping Miller Moss upright. I mean, we don't want him rattled or whatnot. We want a clean pocket for him to step in and get those throws to the receivers, given that it's his first start, really. And really going into the second one, which is in essence the O-line still, but the running game. We need to get the running game going. We need to get Austin Jones. Hopefully we see some Quinn Joyner, some Peterson as well involved. And then just thirdly, just play freely, I guess I would say a key. In a way, there shouldn't be no pressure. I mean, we're 7-5. Our expectations, we definitely did not hit those expectations and goals. Just go play some football like you've done since middle school, high school, and just have some fun.
Yeah, you hit the nail. So just play loose, have fun. This is not where we were hoping to be, but we're here now. We want to end the 2023 on a high note, I guess we can say. So for some of my keys is get some young guys out there, get them experience. We're definitely going to need our young guys to have experience. Deuce, Makai Lemon, Zach Branch, or Zachariah. Get Marion Peterson even in there. We haven't really seen him. Do we even see him in our preseason or pretty much the first 3 games? I can't recall.
More Joyner than Peterson. I mean, Joyner was probably a few snaps, but
get the young guys in there. Get Elijah Page at left tackle. Get him some reps because we definitely want to see where we're at moving into the Big Ten.
Yeah, so speaking of O-line, I'm glad you brought that up. So supposedly from what I'm hearing is Page should be starting at right tackle.
Okay.
They're moving Kingston back to left tackle, and then they're putting Jonah inside somewhere. So I'm assuming
really
one of the guard positions.
So we're getting him ready for the draft then.
Potentially, yeah. So that's something that I'm hearing. So we'll see if that comes to fruition.
Okay. Yeah, and we're going to be without Lake McCree, from what I heard. So that's kind of a blow. Who do we have at tight end then? I know we have that linebacker converted to tight end.
Yeah. Carson, I think.
Yeah,
or Carbon or something like that. It starts with the C. And then
yeah.
we have Cade Eldridge. I think he's a true freshman.
Okay,
But
yeah, Kate Eldridge, yeah.
so that's who I'm really excited to see in this in terms of just young guys is him. It's a good opportunity to kind of showcase to of why we recruited him.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a lot of young guys that are being that are going to be playing today. Oh, there's B Jones here. I wish you were here, buddy. Uh, definitely need the soundboards here.
Right.
But yeah, like I think I know we're going to probably see Alani Noah probably playing as well.
I would
And
say probably in the rotation. I would assume.
yeah, Miller Moss, we're going to see what Miller Moss has. This is going to be his first official start.
Yeah.
So if he wants to be the guy, he has to show the team that he's the guy. So
Yeah.
maybe make Will Howard think twice about coming here. But either way, we're still going to get some guys out of the transfer portal from what Lincoln Riley has said. So, but yeah, like it's going to be. Let's see. Listen to the man. Listen to him. But yeah, like I don't know. It's going to be a lot of question marks. I hope we see like I hope we see a big 50-50 like split on offense when it comes to passing and rushing. Like I really hope that Lincoln Riley, and I know everyone doesn't say it, but Cliff Kingsbury, they really play to his strengths. Don't make him like Caleb Williams. Don't try to make him throw 40 times a game, 30 times a game. Like start on the ground. Get him some nice little short passes, and then build it out to the D ball. I know he has the capabilities of doing it, but it's just he hasn't done it like against a starting offense, or I mean a starting defense. So we just need to easily gradually ease him into the starting position.
No, I agree. Definitely agree. I think I anticipate that to happen. Just again, right? We don't have Caleb Williams, excuse me, right?
Yeah.
So I even anticipate Miller Moss to really run a little bit more than Caleb on those RPOs or read option plays. I mean, when he came in early in season, right? He wasn't afraid to really put his nose in the end zone. So wouldn't be surprised him to kind of run a little bit.
I'd be
This obviously goes down to the O line, right? If the O line can get some
Yeah.
push, we're going to see some more running.
I'd be really nervous about that with him rushing, because we only have 2 scholarship quarterbacks.
Yep.
Like, do we have any walk-ons that are back there that we know of?
Not to my understanding.
It's just Miller and Jake Jensen. Can we really afford for him to be running the ball?
To be honest, no, but I just know that he doesn't seem to be afraid to do it. So.
Yeah, he's definitely not afraid. He was leading. He was ahead of Caleb Williams for a little bit in rushing touchdowns, for a little bit. But yeah, like what is it? Louisville's defense. They are number 16th in the nation. So they're 16th in total defense in the nation. So they ain't no slouch. And I know it's the ACC, so it's we really don't know how good that. I can't say that we don't know how good they are, but
right, they're still probably right. Still top 50, top 40, right? They're still a solid defense. And based on this list that I'm seeing, it doesn't seem like they have any crazy opt-outs in terms of like a player. It seems like it's just been more, I guess, rotational players. So it seems like their key players are probably still going to be playing in this game in terms of the defense.
Yeah, they're what is it? They are number 1 in the nation in red zone defense.
Yeah, and that's really Lincoln's offense, in my opinion, is really the red zone. If you can get success in there, obviously in any offense, but really in Lincoln's, he's going to be able to do good things.
And it looks like they get a lot of pressure. They're 25th in the nation on team sacks. Let's see what their passing defense is like. Let's see, passing yards allowed, 38th in the nation. So That's pretty good. And like I wouldn't say it's still the ACC, but like they had Jordan Travis to go against. Actually, no, they didn't even go against Jordan Travis, but they still lost to Jordan Travis list Florida State deep or offense. So
Right.
I mean that kind of says something too about their defense too. Like they lost to a backup.
Right. And really, it was a third string technically because I believe the backup had a concussion or something like that. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
So I mean,
Well,
it's obviously still a backup, but yeah, I mean, it's even technically worse, I guess.
it's just weird because they lose to a third string quarterback,
Right.
but then they beat up on Notre Dame. So
Right.
like what happens there? But I still think they're a very well-rounded team in a sense. So this is definitely not going to be a cakewalk for us.
Right. And before we go to the second quarter, I would just say to your Notre Dame, I mean, Notre Dame doesn't really have like the weapons, right? I mean, Florida
Yeah.
State, regardless of the backup, they still got a Keon, and the other Wilson kid.
Oh, Johnny
So
Wilson.
yeah, Johnny Wilson. Thank you. So um, yeah, I mean, it's definitely different in a sense.
Well, let's see. Evie has a question here. Do you think it being an SD will give SC an edge in terms, or do you think it being in San Diego will give us an edge in terms of field advantage, or will it be a 50-50? Not too familiar with how Louisville travels. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar either, and it sucks because this is on a Wednesday.
Right.
It's not like maybe if it was the day after Christmas, I can see us traveling a little bit better. But granted, it's only like a 2 hour drive, or I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know the distance between Los Angeles to San Diego, but
Right, and depending
it's
on
it's a
traffic
day.
too.
Yeah, it's a day drive.
Hmm.
Or it's a so I'm sure maybe some people plan, or actually we didn't even plan to be in San Diego. We planned to be in Houston, but whatever.
Right, right, right.
So it should be interesting to see how we travel because have we traveled fairly well for any other away games that were close by? I'm not sure.
Um, I feel like we have a good group of fans that travel well. Should be, you know, uh more obviously. Um, but I know Louisville has some fans over here on the West Coast. They obviously do recruit out here, so I would anticipate a 50-50, but hopefully it's more of like a 60-40 us at
Yeah,
least.
it was weird. They did actually pull a lot of players out of
Hmm.
California, especially the wide receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the last recruiting class, they actually they made out like bandits coming out of California. So
No.
I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how our offense looks and how Lincoln calls up the plays, uh, especially for Miller Moss. And uh, we don't really know too much about Quentin Joyner's pass blocking abilities because we've only really seen him get the ball when
Right.
he's in. So it should be interesting to see how this offense holds up, especially passing, and because who's our wide receivers right now that we have that are going to be starting.
Yeah, so it should be, I mean, just naming them off: Hudson, Deuce, Jacoby, Singer. Um, am I missing someone?
Okay,
I feel like
so
I'm missing
you said
someone.
you said Keon.
Yep. So Hudson, Jacoby, Deuce, Singer, Zachariah. Sorry, I don't know why I'm missing
Yeah,
Zachariah. Um,
Mackay.
Mackay. I hope he plays. See, I'm worried about the defense, with the secondary, which we'll talk about more, but I hope he plays both ways. Just it's a bowl game. Why not, dude? Just let him
Yeah,
play both ways. Let him play defense. Let him play offense.
we
Get in the
can't forget about
rotation league. So
Jacoby.
right,
I think
Jacoby. Yep,
Jacoby may break out in this game possibly.
I can see it. I mean, he's got a crazy catch radius. So
Well, like he was kind of making some good passes in the UCLA game and
yeah, I was
uh,
actually surprised he was in the rotation that game. To be
yeah.
honest, I was kind of surprised.
Well, I wasn't too surprised because we knew the season was over, and Like it was, he still had some games to play before his redshirt would be.
No, I think that was his. I think supposedly that was his 5th game. We can check after the episode, but I thought I saw like there were some people like chatting like, oh, why did he do that? Or
Interesting.
maybe, I mean, I guess as long as if Jacoby's fine with it, right? I mean, I'm cool with it. I think that's really comes down to.
Yeah, because we're losing Mike Jack. We lost Mario.
Yep.
If you want to consider Ralik, I don't consider Ralik as a wide receiver. I don't know why they did that because that basically forced him out.
Yeah, not a pure wide receiver. I mean, you could probably put him out there in certain situations, but yeah, he's more of a running back, but you could use him as
any running back can be considered a slot receiver at
exactly.
Exactly. Like that was a poor move, and that kind of solidified him kind of transferring. I felt like I thought they would probably do more. I thought they would have Ralik in the backfield and have Zachariah Branch out there, and that would just be a really deadly combination. But don't know what happened with that because, like, you expect him to just learn the wide receiver playbook right away.
Different though,
yeah. Like I don't know why they kind of. I wouldn't say they set him up for failure, but it's just whatever.
Right, and then also I would say Brendan Rice. Right, Brendan Rice is not going to be there. He's out. Taj is still playing. That's somebody we did. That's something that just came to mind. He is playing, or I've seen him on those videos and stuff that he's at the
walking out. Okay. Well, that's good. That's a good safety blanket there for Miller Moss.
Yeah,
he's going to be able to rely on him.
Yeah, he's still close to 1,000 yards. So
yeah, wait, did Brandon reach 1,000?
I believe so. It should pop up right here. Actually, no, because he did not. He did not.
We could have had 2 receivers that had over 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
but he led the team on touchdowns, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think he was in top 20 in receiving touchdowns as well. Actually, let's see where he landed. Yeah, he's tied for 12 touchdowns.
Yeah, he had 12. He had 12 for us. So yeah, he definitely led it. He led us. I know that.
Yeah, which is crazy.
No, yeah. Off 45 receptions too. So
yeah, he ended with 791 yards on 45 receptions. That's actually a pretty good haul. He averaged 17.5 yards a reception. All right, yeah. So good luck to you in the NFL. So, but yeah, anything else for the offense? Anyone else that has any questions about the offense?
Yeah, I'm good on my end.
All right, we can go ahead and move on to the quarter 2 defensive keys of the game. This should be fun. What do you think? What do you think the defense really needs to do to stop Jack Plummer?
Yeah, so Jack Plummer's going to be the QB for this game. He's not going to have his running back, and he's not going to have his top wide receiver.
Yep.
I anticipate, just given the offense that the head coach runs, it's still going to be a friendly offense. They're going to have some playmakers out there, so I don't anticipate like a crazy drop off from what they've been doing. So the keys really is, first off, keep the ball in front of you guys. Just keep them in front of you. Second one, rotations. Get the right rotation, especially on the front 4 with the D linemen. I mean, it's the last game. Let's put some Bars. Let's put some Bear out there. Let's put some Lucas. And then really the key is I play to win the game, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but don't put the players out there that are just going to kind of get that final send off, in my opinion. Start looking for the future, start seeing what you have, and look to win the game, or at least try, in my opinion. Again, just don't want to see like an all senior group, right, or something like that, mostly play, and it's like, oh, a final send off, give your way. No offense, that's long gone in my opinion. So we're starting to look for the future, right? It's with the whole transfer portal recruiting class that's been happening this month. So, yeah, that'd be my keys to the game.
All right. Well, I think we definitely need to put a lot of pressure up the middle. You said that they don't have their leading rusher, which is definitely good for us. But either way, no matter who's out there, our defense just makes them look good. But if anything, stop the run and make Jack beat us through the air, even though he's kind of done that before in the past. Last year when he was at Cal, he had 406 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So he actually technically, or he had more yards than Caleb Williams, but Caleb had 4 touchdowns. So he still torched our defense. So we just need to. I know it's easier said than done to have him beat our defense because he's done that before, but really need to get at him. I definitely want to see. I wonder if D'Anton Lynn has ever like got any chance to talk with the defense and maybe implement something. I know a lot of sources say he hasn't, that he hasn't been coaching it, but I hope he maybe got to address the team and like tell them, hey, I wouldn't say this is a tryout, but just do your best and I don't know, like put some pressure on the guys to perform better. And but I definitely want to see Braylon Shelby. I want to see Sam Green, Elijah Hughes, maybe
Pierce.
Christian Pierce. I definitely want to see some young guys in there, but put them in where they should be and not where Grinch had them at. So,
Yeah, I would say. I mean, he's definitely talked to him in terms of Lynn, right? I mean, he's talked to
yeah,
some of the kids and stuff. I just know that obviously the schemes are totally different. So I would hope at least that he's like, I would hope he like maybe like learned a little bit about Grinch's scheme and was like, maybe if he did it like one little thing this way,
yeah.
it would maybe like maybe like those little tips and tricks.
Well, like
Um,
I think he has done a 3-3-5 at UCLA.
right, but I just know it's still like like in terms
Yeah,
of like still scheme difference. But yeah, I get what you're saying though from like a
and you know what sucks? Mike, actually, no, never mind. This was against Cal. I was gonna say last year against Louisville, Mike Jack had 115 yards on 5 receptions and 2 touchdowns. Damn, sucks that we're not gonna have him. But
yeah.
yeah, for this, I definitely want to see. I want to see more blitzing. I want to see like I know like we didn't really blitz all that much, and I definitely want to see a lot of pressure, a lot of like what is it called? A lot of twists when it comes to the defensive line, like delayed blitzes, something like get some pressure rather than just letting them sit back there and pick us apart like he did at Cal. So, um, do we know if Kalen's going to play this game?
Oh, he's not.
Okay,
No.
so yeah, we're definitely going to see Christian Pierce back there probably because I think they're going to. Well, is Traquan going to be playing?
That's a good question.
I hope he's available.
Yeah, I don't know for sure if he's available. I would assume so. I don't think it was a serious injury.
Okay.
Just got dinged up. But yeah, I'd expect still Pierce. I mean, you got Smith. He'll probably be a nickel. Also, Fagans, if he's playing, he'll be a nickel potentially. We got Beavers,
Yeah,
right?
Beavers. Is Max Williams playing this game or is he not?
He is. He is playing
Okay.
this game.
I know
Mhm.
he didn't specifically say he's declaring for the draft, but I'm assuming he's declaring for the draft.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much told the reporter that this is his last game and he's moving on.
Yeah, but last game in a like with the Trojans. That
Yeah,
made
I would. Yeah, I would assume he's not like going the whole college route again. I don't think
I really
so.
hope not. But So
Yeah.
we have Anthony Beavers, Jalen Smith, Christian Pierce, Bryson Shaw, and Max Williams.
Hmm.
So I would assume Anthony Beavers is going to take the spot of Kalen Bullock
I would
because
assume so.
Zion's still out.
Yep.
So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting for that the safeties position, and for our DBs, our corners, we're very
Yeah,
thin on that too.
that's
So
the thin part, really.
did because we're losing Fabian Ross.
Yeah, we have no Damani, we have no
Domani,
Sayer.
huh?
No Sayer, right? Still, right? He's
Is
he's
he
he's been gone.
transferring?
So he hasn't been official transferred to my understanding, but I just know he's got an unknown status. So unless he's been under the radar this month for the bowl game, I don't anticipate him playing.
Because then that leaves us with Jacoby, Christian Roland Wallace. Did he say he's gonna?
I don't believe he's not. I don't think he's playing either. Yep.
Okay,
I don't think so.
so Makai Levin's gonna be there.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but then we have Prophet. No, Prophet Brown's gone, isn't he? No, he's still there, right?
Say again.
Prophet Brown.
Yes. So we'll
Okay,
see probably a lot of him.
so Damani, are we all Jacoby, Prophet, uh, Malachi, and Makai Lemon. Oof. And then they also have Ellis Simpson, who is I don't know if he's a redshirt junior, but I think we've seen him a little bit and some what is it called, post game or whatever when the game's over.
Mm-hmm.
Our secondary, oof.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
That's why we got to put the pressure with, because who's on our defensive line that we have left? We're very depleted.
Yeah, and also some of the hard part is obviously like validating that some of these players aren't going to play still, right? Even if they're in the board, because sometimes that happens.
Yeah, because Corey Foreman's not going to play, right?
Yeah, I don't.
This would have been a great time for him.
Yeah.
Corey Foreman. We'll have the Anthony Lucas, Tyrone Taleni, Stanley Tauafu.
Okay, so going back to the DB, CRW might be playing, I guess, just based on this list.
Of who traveled.
Yeah, or no, just who I guess opted out, but I know this is really centered around transfer portal, so
Okay.
yeah, I mean there could be a chance, but yeah.
Is Dejan Benton going to be playing? Probably not, because he's in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Solomon, he's hurt. We'll see a lot of Elijah Hughes.
Yeah.
What about Jack Sullivan? Do we know if he's going to be playing? I'm assuming he would.
Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, he's a senior, so I don't think he's got any like eligibility left. So it's either.
I really thought he would have more of a.
Yeah, they really messed with him. It was interesting. Like once obviously Grinch was gone, they actually played him as an official DN, right?
Yeah.
And I thought he played way better since the time he played, because they thought he was like inside D tackle. It's like, I mean, he might have the quote unquote size and pounds for it based on your scheme, but it's like he's not successful there.
He really destroyed us. Okay. Dejan Lafiti, Bear Alexander. Bear Alexander's going to have to take up a lot of responsibility on that D line.
No.
Yeah, and then our linebacking core, I'm not worried about that because we still have Rajon, we still have Mason, Gentry, and Shane Lee. I'm assuming he's still playing because we're without Chris Tompkins and Curtis.
Yep.
So we're not the worst off at linebacker. And we have the only one that we've lost on offensive line is Michael Tarquin, right?
Tarquin and Andrew Millick, but he was a depth guy, so nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I also did see in some of the videos that Gino was there, so I don't know if he was just part of the team or maybe he's back healthy. But I mean, I don't think they would rush
He had
him
an
for
ACL.
anything. Oh, was it ACL? Okay, I thought it was just like more of like a
Oh,
um
I thought it was
something
an
small,
ACL.
basically. I think it was a knee or ankle.
Let's
And
see.
WWE to your earlier question or your not question but statement, Rajon, he is healthy. So from what I heard, he's good to go. So we should anticipate him playing. He only had a hand injury, so nothing crazy or serious.
I'm not seeing anything about Gino, and
Yeah,
let me
I don't
see.
think he'd play. I just know he was with the team, which obviously that would make sense.
Okay. Yeah, it's this is definitely going to be a whole new look. I don't know if this is going to be. I don't know if this will even accurately depict our how we're going to be in the Big Ten at this point, but
I don't know.
it's gonna get us ready for a lot of other things. Uh, so it's definitely going to be. It's going to be a very wonky defense and offense for us. I feel like, but I don't like. How were they on offense for Louisville? Their passing offense, 52nd in the nation, so they can pass the ball.
Right, they can get
Uh,
over it.
and against our defense, yeah, anyone can pass the ball against us. What's their rushing? Their rushing offense, 45th in the nation. So, uh, but we'll see how that is without their leading rusher. Total offense, 44th in the nation. Or scoring offense was 44th in the nation. And 42nd in the nation for total offense. So they're pretty well rounded on both sides of the ball. So
Yeah, and the only thing I would say, I mean, it looked like just based on stats, they look like they kind of ran the ball more than passing. Because the top two running backs had almost 300 carries combined. And then in terms of receiving, right, the top receiver's out, and the next guy had 26 catches. So went from 63 to 26. So seems like the wide receivers and Plummer still need to get some of the chemistry going. So
yeah,
hopefully that didn't happen during this 15 practices that they had. And they still kind of struggle, which helps us a little bit.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
I mentioned that he had like 406 yards passing
Yeah.
on us. He was looking like Caleb Williams out there. So,
Yeah. Good
but
thing we don't have Grinch. So, we'll hopefully, Odom and Nua go out with a bang because I
is
know
Odom,
Odom's not going to be there. Obviously, we don't know about Nua yet, but yeah.
they're still finalizing the defense. So
Yep. Still
who
finalizing.
knows who's going to be there? Like, yeah, I don't know. But other than that, I just hope they make this competitive. Like regardless,
Right.
I just this is a, I would consider this important, but then also not at the same time because this is not going to be accurate for what our offense and defense is going to look like next year. We do have some guys coming in from the transfer portal and on from
Right.
recruiting. I just everyone who's hoping that this is gonna we're gonna beat Louisville. Temper your expectations for this game. Like I would love to say that we're gonna go out and outright beat Louisville, but this is like the biggest toss-up game I think we've had all year.
Right. I mean, I think that's really with honestly most of these bowl games, right? I mean, now with the new era, we have the portal, right? With people opting out, it's like you're not seeing the same teams that started the season or
Yeah.
ended the season, really. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's all a crapshoot, basically. Roll the dice and see what we roll. Get that 7.
See, like I love and hate the transfer portal. Like I I just kind of wish there was some kind of regulation on it.
I
And
just
then
think it should be like more structured, right? Like certain month is the portal, certain month is this, certain month like, but at the same time, when you think about it, everything's so fast in terms of like actual school.
yeah.
Like, let's say we had the portal in January or February. Well, these kids really can't go to school until April, right? So that they could start getting behind academics, right? I mean, I obviously don't want to be this guy, but we love football and sports, but these kids do go to class for the grades, right? Um, but yeah,
Yeah,
all the aunties.
honestly though, like I wish there was. I wish you had to be out of school for at least 2 years before you enter the transfer portal.
Okay.
1 year and you just decide to dip because you're not getting what you wanted
Right.
when it comes to snaps. Like I know it's just gonna sound like an old head way of thinking. It's just that you need to fight for position,
Right.
but like you never know when your number is going to get called. You just don't know, and the fact that because people I don't want to call out any of our old players, but there's some people who've transferred like 4 or 5 times
Right. I
because
get you.
they just don't get what they want, or it didn't happen how they expected to go. It's just you can, like I don't even understand why they call it committing to a school anymore. It's just like I'm just gonna go here and play, and if I don't get what I want, I'm out.
Right.
Like it's not committing it at this point anymore. It's just
Oh yeah.
it's just going there, seeing if I like it, then transferring if I don't.
Right. No, yeah, that's totally different. Totally different.
It really is, and then NIL is a whole different story in that situation here. But all right, you want to go into our predictions then for the game, and
Yeah, let's do it.
talk about the MVPs for both sides of the ball.
All right, let's do it. Yeah.
All right, who do you got? Or let's go with our players of the games first.
Okay. Players of the games. Yeah. So players of the game. I'm going to give it to Taj Washington.
Taj Washington.
Yeah, I was gonna go Joyner, but I totally forgot that he needs to get that 1,000 yards, and he's gonna be a good safety blanket for Miller Moss in this game.
Okay.
So I give it to Taj Washington to ball out and go into the NFL draft. For defense, I got to give it to my guy Beavers, dude. I don't know. Just ever since I've seen him come in and play some games, he comes in and just he knows how to tackle. It seems like. So I'm expecting 10 plus tackles. Let's get maybe a forced fumble, maybe a pick, something like that. And special teams, we'll give it to Zachariah just for the fun of it, and give him.
Do you think they'll actually let him run, take or return the ball?
Yeah. They've been forgetting about it this whole bowl game. They're so focused on their offensive defense and everything. They'll just kick it off like this is some nobody, and then Zachariah is just gonna zoom past him.
Well, I just feel like our what's called protection on special teams is just garbage.
And I think that just all kind of comes back to practice. That's kind of what I've been saying, right? This whole season is it just seems like they don't know what they're doing more than having the right special teams, right? I believe people on that staff, regardless if they're a coach or an analyst, they know special teams. It's just are they practicing it enough? So
I want to believe you that Slap happy, thanks. I want to believe that you're right on that every coach knows special teams, but I still will die on this hill that we need a special teams coach.
Technically we do. I mean, I get you though. I get you.
Like just because everyone else can do it and all that stuff that has maybe dabbled in it here and there. Like we've had some great special teams before. Like we've blocked punts, we blocked field goals. We had like Adoree Jackson was insane, but like it wasn't always just Adoree doing Adoree things. He had good blocking for him, and
I would say I just think they just need more consistency, right? Like not the bloom punts or whatever, or not catching the ball like the Tulane game, right? Stuff like that I think will ease our pain and issues. I feel like.
Yeah, I really hope our special teams can.
Especially in Big Ten because they're a little sneaky out there.
Yeah,
special teams.
All right, for my players of the game, I really thought you were going to go with Quentin Joyner because I
Oh,
want to give it to Quentin as well. I think this is going to be his game to shine. I know we want to highlight Taj for the NFL draft, but I think that this is going to be a time that we're really going to run the ball, and I feel like Marshawn Lloyd is going to look back like, really, you couldn't have done that with me. So I think they're going to really commit this time to the run because we're going to need to rely on the run because you like I want to rely on what's it called Miller, but it's just it's a little much, especially for his first game being a bowl game. So I'm going to give it to Quentin Joyner, and then secondary, I would give it to Miller Moss because I think he might have some. So I think if anything, he might have a game. What is it called? A fourth quarter winning drive or whatever for us. So who knows? But for defense, uh, oh, slap happy says Miller will be fine. Yeah, I think he'll be fine as well. I just don't want him to play hero ball like Caleb does. Right. So defense, I don't know. For defense, I want to give it to my boy Bear. I think Bear's going to show out again. We're going to rely on him. Whether he gets a lot of sacks or he just eats up a lot of offensive line. So I'll give it to Bear, and Zachariah Branch, of course, going to be for special teams. But like, where is our punting? Like, it's just like I hope we don't punt that much, but we had the best punter last year, and it just hasn't been there. Like, what happened with that? And what's his name? I can't even remember our kicker's name right now because he's kind of annoyed me a little bit. But
the kicker or the punter? Sorry,
the kicker.
The kicker is Dennis Lynch.
Lynch, like, please. I love your confidence that you have. Like, you have all the confidence in the world. You have all the swag, but we need some back of the end zone kickoffs. Like, we need touchbacks. We need a solid 45-yarder field goal if we need to. We just need consistent kicks, and don't, like, I don't know. It's just you earned a scholarship this year, and I'm not going to say I don't want us to regret it, but don't make us regret it. That I know people don't like to call out players, but that's just me at this point. But I love you as a person. You have all the personality. You kind of have a Pat McAfee kind of feel. So
interesting. Okay.
At least just based off his swag, his confidence is Pat McAfee-esque.
Okay.
So what's your predictions on scores?
All right. So the spread is 7 points. Over under is 58.5. So I mean, first off, I think we are going to cover that 7. I think this is going to be a closer game than what people think. I think there's going to be some inconsistency from Louisville's offense. I think we're going to be able to be balanced on the offensive end. I think both teams are going to score the ball. I anticipate a 31-28 victory for the USC Trojans to end the season 8-5, baby. 8-5. 8-5. Let's go. 5 on.
All right. 31.
Where's the soundboard, dude?
Yeah, B-Jones, where's your
Yeah.
So Slap Happy says 10 points will decide the game. Okay. Raul says there you go. I already put up Raul's his
Mhm.
so he's kind of on the same side as you, but she said that we're going to win by 11 points. Okay. Um, like I want to pull for SC and like in all I just want this to be a good moment for Miller Moss. So I think I want to go 35. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. 35 to 28. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go USC. 35
There
28.
you go. That's right.
Yeah, so I'm giving it 35-28 for USC. Uh, I think there's gonna be some trickery going on with Lincoln Riley. I think uh, I think we will. I would like to see maybe a direct snap to Quentin or Austin Jones rather than having a quarterback in there. Shut up, B Jones. The best horn ever. But I would like to see some different stuff, like different plays that we've never seen. Like I want to see a stacked offensive line and have Quentin Joyner back there with maybe Zachariah Branch. One like just something. I really want to see something different here. Let's see. We have not given a chance for Miller to ball and has had 3 weeks to know this. Yeah, I think Miller Moss will do just fine. I think he's going to have a solid game. I want to say that Miller Moss throws at least 250.
Oh yeah, I agree. And the players want to play for him at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So,
like
and that's no disrespect to Caleb, but I just know that these players like him as well.
yeah, like Miller Moss is just the person that you want to play for. Like he is a Trojan through and through. Like the way that he talks, he's just a Trojan for life. No matter what has been thrown into his way, like he's just been on this team fighting for his time to shine, and he's going to have his chance to shine. Like just hearing him at the press conferences, he's just like he just has something about him that kind of gives me a kind of reminds me of what's his name? Who's the quarterback after Matt Barkley? He does the podcast with
Matt Castle?
no, he does the
No.
podcast with Kiwi or
Wow, why am I drawing a blank here all of a sudden?
he does the Rain of Troy
Yeah.
podcast. What is his name? Why can't I remember his name? Put it in the chat if you guys know his name because
Yeah, it's not Barkley. It's
wow, I really feel
it
bad.
is Cody Kessler.
Cody Kessler. There you go, Cody Kessler. Like he kind of gives me a Cody Kessler kind of feel.
There you go, yo. I agree with that.
Oh yeah, and shout outs to USCJ.
Yes.
Miller Moss is the people's champion. Yeah, I would say so. He is what the people like. He's kind of like the underdog.
Right. Yep.
Like he's kind of like I'm blanking on his name as well, but Jack Spears or Jack Sears.
Yeah,
Like,
yep.
Everyone was clamoring for Jack Sears. So he kind of has that kind of feel. So I think he really does have a chance. Like I think maybe I know people haven't really said anything in our chat here, but Will Howard could be watching this game to see how Miller Moss performs. If he doesn't perform as well as a lot of us hope he does,
Right.
then I think that could sway him. I'm not sure what's going on through his head, but this game definitely could sway him in a different direction. I don't know. Maybe USCJ can answer that, or B Jones can answer that, but who knows? Like,
yeah, I mean, from what I heard, sorry to jump in, but I mean, for Will Howard, I mean, I'm not sure if he's like watching this game. I don't know that part, but I know he's starting to look at other schools like Ohio State,
Yeah,
and then also NFL is an option. So, um, yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Everything was all set in stone to us, and then all of a sudden it doesn't seem like it.
yeah.
So
What happened?
either it's either it's more NIL than originally um, brought out,
Yeah,
or he is maybe afraid of some competition because I know Lincoln isn't guaranteeing anything. He's not guaranteeing to Miller. He's not guaranteeing to Will or this other quarterback because we
yeah.
have to potentially get two quarterbacks now because obviously with Malachi's situation. So yeah, no guarantees. So it sounds like he's doesn't like that.
Yeah, Slap Happy says Will is smart, but kind of pisses me off. Yeah. Well, like I get why he may want to go to Ohio State because they're kind of
Right.
more proven than we are at this point. But it's
Especially
just
on the defense, I would say. Yeah.
yeah, defensive side, but there's also rumors that he's waiting after the Kansas State's bowl game. When do they play?
Right. I
They
think
play
I think
after
this
us?
week. I think this week. Yeah.
They play Thursday, so the day after us.
Right. Yeah.
So let's see here. Slap Happy says if Howard goes to the Ohio State, we might have an issue if an injury. Yeah.
I mean, there's still people out there. I mean, it's probably not the big names. I mean, let's say Will Howard does go to Ohio State. I don't believe Childs still has signed that paper to go to Michigan State. So even though he's tweeted out saying "Go Green," I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he might not say "Go Green" once Lincoln says, "Hey, it's not Will Howard coming in."
Well,
There's also lower end FCS QBs out there in the portal. Just lower ranked guys that have competed. And again, this is Lincoln Riley, right? He knows how to work with the QBs.
yeah, I get that, and it's just like I'm looking at Aiden's his what is it called Twitter here, and
Yeah, did he say that he signed or no?
let's see, it says committed on the
Yeah,
14th,
just
but that was on the 14th and the 16th.
yeah,
He tweeted out "Go Green" on the 23rd.
yeah. That
So
was around the rumors is when they were starting to pick up.
yeah, oh yeah,
Let's see. I'm looking on Michigan State's Twitter because normally every team does that after they officially
Aaliyah
sign.
is out. Tualia is out from Maryland. He's entering the draft, I think. Uh, yeah. Slab Happy said Nelson left too early. Bad call. Yeah, and like I haven't seen anything about Malachi, like where he's gonna go.
I just saw the teams. The Tulane, Houston, South
Is that
Carolina,
is that really
Cal.
the list though?
That's I believe accurate. I mean he wants to play right away, right? That's probably the issue why he left. He didn't get a guarantee from Lincoln saying that he would be the QB next year, so he wants to play.
But
He
there's
doesn't want to
other
wait around.
teams out there.
Yeah, I mean I get you.
Like
But I mean some of the top end teams probably already have a QB, right? And they're probably not going to guarantee him. Like let's Ohio State, right? I'm pretty sure Ohio State's not going to guarantee him a spot.
Texas A&M, they wanted him.
I don't know if they would guarantee new staff now, right? I don't think they would guarantee him a
Oh yeah,
spot.
that is true. New staff.
Mhm.
So I'm guessing those people are really just telling him, "Hey, you will start."
Yeah,
Which I get it. Like I get if there's a team that's gonna tell you that you're gonna start, go for it.
right.
But I don't know. I do think that he left too early. Like,
Yeah,
but that's the transfer portal for you. You go where you're wanted. And I'm not saying that. I don't think Lincoln Riley said he didn't want him out there, but it's just come on. Slap House Happy also said, "Did Cam Ward pick a team yet?" I don't think so. I'm sure he's still down to Miami and Florida State. Was that?
yeah. Yep, Miami and Florida State.
And I don't know if Ohio State's still in the mix for him.
I don't even think he did a visit unless it was virtual. So yeah, I think it's down to them. And from what I heard, we should hear something soon on him. I think he's probably going to be the first domino in terms of the QBs.
Yeah.
like Will Howard and all that.
Like, so do you not think that Will Howard was guaranteed the position?
I think for Miami, yes, because Miami, from what I hear, is overpaying a QB to play to start. So,
Yeah.
so
But
yeah,
you don't think Lincoln was like you have,
yeah,
and that's
I don't see him guaranteeing it from what I've been hearing. So,
yeah. And then Manjit, any news on Evan Stewart? Haven't seen anything.
yeah,
But everyone keeps saying it's Alabama or Texas or Alabama or us, but maybe even Texas could swing in there because they're losing their top receiver. And
yeah, they got some dudes still. So
they do have a lot of dudes.
yeah, so I think that room's gonna start getting more crowded, like us this past year. Um, but yeah, it seems like Alabama and us just based on the early, you know, indications, I guess.
Yeah, see, I get. Oh yeah, like I'd rather have a guy that embraces
Yep.
competition, like Miller Moss. Just saying, but like I'm not saying that just because you embrace competition, you're going to be good. Like
Right.
just because you embrace competition doesn't mean you're going to like. I still like Malachi Nelson. I still think he had a legit chance to win the job over Miller Moss. It's
Right.
just having to battle it out and having to go head to head, splitting reps in spring. Like if anything, he should have left in spring if he saw his stock dropping against Miller Moss, which I think that's the weird thing. I think there should be a like you said, a time where you can submit your name into the transfer portal, like after spring or whatever. Oh, look, of course. Sorry, I'm late, boys. Has Black Jam 40 been brought up yet? No, it has not until
No, he's working hard on it though, Ken. He's working hard on it, man.
yeah.
We were talking before pregame. You show me some numbers, guys. You guys will be impressed, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you guys didn't know, I was out in San Diego. I'm out in San Diego right now. I'm actually scheduled. I'm second behind Miller Moss right now. So if
There
Miller
you
Moss
go.
goes out, you'll see me going out on pads.
Too funny.
But yeah, like what like w- if we don't get Will Howard and it what do you think that says about Lincoln Riley with his QB status of being the QB whisperer?
I don't think it hurts that. I was kind of thinking about this the other day. I feel like it just they are starting to maybe question him a little bit from an overall head coaching perspective, right?
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
he still has to have a good defense, right? And I think some of these QBs are starting to realize, I don't want to be playing hero ball. I don't want to put all this pressure on my shoulders. So maybe that's part of the hesitancy. Maybe he's not as convinced, that we're going to be because he wants to win, right? At the end of the day, I think with Will Howard. So maybe he just doesn't think we can.
yeah. Well, like I don't know, like Lincoln Riley, he's had great quarterbacks, college quarterbacks. I
Right.
don't know so much pro wise. Besides, like the only one that's really doing the best right now is Jalen Hurts.
Right.
Uh, so it's
I would
just
say I would say Baker's been solid. I mean,
he's been pretty solid at Tampa.
yeah, I don't think he was, in my opinion, number one overall. I think that was just crazy to me.
I think
Um,
he was a late first at best.
yeah, in my
I
opinion,
think he would have still been there in the second round. I think.
yeah. And then obviously Kyler's just having his issues, but um, there can be that knock, but at the same time, a lot of these organizations in the NFL look at his quarterbacks.
Slap Happy says Hurt was more Bama raised. Uh,
I would
that's
say I would say mentality, right? Like the mentality and the work
yeah.
ethic.
The his winning personality was
Right.
I would think came from Nick Saban, but there's a lot of articles out there and people's and even Nick Saban said it himself that he told Hurts to because Hurts was going to go to Miami before he went to Oklahoma, and Yeah, either Miami or Florida State. I'm pretty sure it was Miami. And Nick Saban said, "Hey, if you want to improve improve your chance of getting into the NFL, and if you want to improve where I think you need to improve at, go play for Lincoln Riley." So I really do think I think he had the ability to do it, but I think Lincoln Riley just brought it more out of him to be able to. Because I don't know if he would have been a second overall or a second round pick if he from Alabama. Plus, he would have been sitting behind Tua because I'm pretty sure Tua was going to take his job the next year if Jalen Hurts stayed.
Right.
So I do think I think it's a mix of Lincoln and Bama in that situation.
Right.
All right. What else do we have to talk about here?
I know we've pretty much been in quarter four.
Yeah.
So quarter four is really our questions, guys. If you have any questions,
let us
bring them
know in
up.
the chat.
Anything, it could be SC related, non-SC related. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, let's see what else. What else are some big topics here? Do you think so? I know. Do you think what's his name? Matt Entz has had any chance to get with the team at all?
From my understanding, he's been in LA since his loss.
But do you think he's coaching?
No. None of the new guys are coaching. They're just overseeing and mostly recruiting. So yeah, they're not going to be coaching, and they might say, like I've been saying, like a few things here and there, but yeah, they're not changing anything in terms of like a whole new scheme or whatever.
Okay. So Stop Happy says, who else can we look at for QBs?
Yeah. So Marshall, one of our guys, writers from One, he put a nice article together, especially some young QBs right in the portal. So there's one out there, Tanner Bailey, South Carolina, redshirt freshman, 6'1", 215. Didn't play much out of Alabama. Was a 4-star prospect, number 19 quarterback in the 2022 class. So held some offers to big time schools. Caden Veltkamp, redshirt freshman for Western Kentucky, 6'6", 235. And then Tevin Carter, redshirt freshman from Memphis. And then two that he's mentioned that are technically committed right now. They didn't sign. This first one I don't really agree with, but Nate Johnson from Utah, he's committed to Vanderbilt right now. And then Brandon Sorsby from Indiana, he's a Cincinnati commit right now.
Huh.
So it sounds like those two haven't put signed the dotted line. But that's something that he's kind of put together in terms of, I guess, his intel and his no.
Well, what about B. Jones's favorite quarterback, Jaden DeLora?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I guess he fits more of the Will Howard role because he would have 1 year left. Kind of worry about his off the field stuff, just his pass. I don't know. Like I want to make sure he's fully in it. He would definitely help Singer. He's got the chemistry with Singer. That would help because obviously what we saw from Singer.
They have some issues though with each other. I thought they had some issues with each other.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I hope not. Maybe that's the case. If that's the case, then yeah, we should not be even looking at him, I guess.
Yeah.
But I just know that Singer was balling out since he was the QB the past year.
Maybe KJ Jefferson from Arkansas.
Yeah, that would be a unique situation. I mean, he could definitely kind of fit that Jalen Hurts offense. Definitely more RPOs, read options, get him in the space.
He just needs to take care of the ball better.
Right, exactly. That'd be the issue. Mm-hmm.
What did
Guns has Ken? Yeah, he asked this question last week. I thought I mentioned this, but Ken, yeah, I would if I have to keep one. It's Cliff Kingsbury. We're not keeping Grinch.
Yeah.
That should be a given. I will deal with Cliff Kingsbury and not running the ball, being involved in what's going on in the offense. But if he's gonna be staying, he better start recruiting. All right, get on those recruiting trails, man.
Yeah, like if Gunn said Grinch, I would have to question him about being a USC fan at that point. 'Cause I don't think there's any USC fan that's out there that says, "Huh, maybe Grinch wasn't the problem."
Right.
Oh, look, the USC priorities here. Fight on, my guy. Let's see who else is in the portal right now that some people that I may know, because I know Ty Thompson from Oregon.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad. I know he's kind of been in college for a few years. That's all right though. I mean, again, we don't have one committed, right? So he would definitely
Dylan
be an
Morris.
option. Who?
Dylan Morris from Washington.
Yeah. Wouldn't be a bad option. I mean, there's Chandler Morris as well from TCU. He kind of popped in.
Let's see. Sorry if I missed it, fellas, but player of the game tomorrow. Any predictions? Yeah. My prediction for for offense and defense was Quentin Joyner for offense and then Bear Alexander for defense, and I said 35-28 USC.
Yeah, and then I had Taj offense, Beavers defense, and I think he remembered my prediction, but 31-28 Trojans.
Slab Happy said maybe we should get Shaduki from CU. Yeah, good luck. Shador.
Okay, I was about to say. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, nah. Like, honestly, I wouldn't even want Shador either. That's just personally myself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his dad would have to come along, so I don't know how we would, do that.
Yeah. No, honestly, like CU has kind of killed it a little bit in the transfer portal, which is kind of scary. And they've kind of killed it in recruiting too.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been 6 high school, but in terms of the 6 players, I think they're well known recruits and well respected. And yeah, in the transfer portal, they definitely are kind of killing it, to be honest. So
damn, Ken, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he's kind of like Gabe, right? He thinks it's gonna be a blowout potentially. So
yeah, see, like I am optimistic, and I was pretty split between who it should be for us or who's going to win, but I'm just going to be my good old USC homer self here. But what about Tyler Buckner? Nah. Yeah, no. Let's see who else is out there. There's like, let's see, Drew Pine. Nope.
Yeah, no. No. Actually, I think he's going back to Notre Dame for lacrosse. If that's if I'm not mistaken.
That's sad. I'm sorry, but good luck to him. Whatever. Aiden Childs, if anything, I would like to get him as a young person because he's gonna have an ability to play right away after Will Howard if we don't get Will Howard. But even if we don't get Will Howard, I think Aiden Childs has a good chance, but he's not going to be guaranteed with Miller Moss still there.
Right. I mean, this might be considered the worst situation in terms of like the depth, but Will Howard goes to Ohio State or NFL or Miami, right? He doesn't choose us. Maybe full court press on Childs. Let him know, hey, you're going to just be competing with technically Miller Moss. We might have Jensen there, but no disrespect, Jensen's probably not going to jump them. So you have a relatively easy shot to win the job. He's young. And then have Lincoln start looking at 2025 recruiting class. Either tell Juju to reclassify. If he doesn't want to reclassify, then get a solid QB recruit so you could have depth just in case.
Yes, Slap Happy says, what about DJ Uiagalelei?
Oh, the other one? I think FSU, technically Louisville, but Louisville got Texas Tech's quarterback. in the portal. So
Has DJ even
I don't.
committed yet?
He has not committed, no. But those are really the only like two schools that have been connected to him.
Yeah, and see, if Kenneth is talking about Aiden,
Trials, yeah. Mm-hmm.
who
No,
knows?
that's what people are saying. He's not coming until I see Michigan State, I guess, tweet that he's signed or whatever.
Yeah,
Like all these schools do. Then
you
start
never know.
crossing my fingers. Yeah.
He's a California native. Why would he
Yep.
not want to
From
play for?
Downey. Mm-hmm.
Like, I know he wants to go play for Jonathan Smith, who recruited him, but
Right.
uh,
Hey, it gets
hey,
cold out there, man.
it's he's going to be playing in the cold regardless.
Yeah, true.
And plus, he'll have a better chance of his family watching us or watching him. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, yeah, there's. I feel like if we do go into the transfer portal for QB, it's probably going to be after spring camp, maybe, depending on other players transferring. But see,
Especially
like,
to that second one, right? Because it sounds like we're gonna get two. So yeah,
yeah,
we're definitely gonna get one in the spring.
well, who knows? Maybe Malachi Nelson will take his name out of the portal.
Yeah, I mean that's still a shot with I would say a few of these players, right? Just in general, right? I mean maybe Domani wants to come back. There's slight rumors on that, but
There's slight rumors on that.
yeah, I mean that it was that Bama, Michigan, and us are still really the top three teams that he was really thinking about, even though he popped in. I mean, right? He committed to us because of Dante, so
Yeah,
he might be still giving us another chance to convince him to stay somehow.
yeah, and what else? It's just like I hate to say it, but like Oregon's doing something good up there because they have Dylan Gabriel, who's a 1 year guy.
Right.
Then they also have Dante, who is coming in there knowing he's going to be a backup. Like, why can't that be us?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we didn't want to. What's the word? Talk to these QBs illegally. Because I mean, the Dylan Gabriel talk was pretty quick once he jumped into the portal. So obviously they were probably talking before he entered. I mean, at the same time too, right? They have a better NIL than us. So I mean, a lot of these players in general, just obviously the QBs are probably going to take their packages over us.
Yeah, but see, like we do NIL for transfer portal players,
Right. Right,
so
but I know probably Dante is probably a big get for them, right? Since he was their former recruit.
yeah,
Uncle Phil's probably got a good obsession about him, I would assume. So
yeah. So I don't know. It's just they're definitely doing things a lot better than we are, and it shows right now. Like, it's definitely shown in wins. Like, I hate to say it, but they're beating the hell out of us. Wait, Steph, have you done?
I mean, at the end of the day, sadly, it says. I mean, not says. Sorry, I was texting. I mean, it is what it is. Until we can improve just NIL in general, especially on the high school, and we can win games and compete. I mean, they're going to be at the top right now.
Yeah, Mama Jen really needs to talk to these boosters and get them on board, get them on the same page. We need to get this NIL going because it's come out that it's not Lincoln Riley that's against it, right?
Actually, I guess Lincoln is not so much about paying the high school kids. So it seems like it's kind of a back and forth battle here.
Yeah, Ken. Well, what do you guys think of the supposed O-line shakeup? I think Kingston at left tackle and Page at right tackle. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I like it. It shows the future in terms of Page and also just Kingston and also Jonah, because Jonah's going to be one of the guards. So, I mean, Kingston's going to be leaving. This probably indicates maybe Jonah probably might leave because he's more projected to be a guard at the NFL level.
This is Kingston's last year, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
So
he's definitely he has no eligibility, but Jonah would have an eligibility left.
so basically, we're showcasing them at their positions
Yeah.
right now where they should be going in the NFL.
Yeah, and honestly, Keekson should have probably been left tackle from the start. That's where he was at Washington State. Maybe I guess they just didn't trust him being the tackle there behind Caleb's back. So
Yeah, and honestly, I do. I think this year, uh, Josh Henson is going to be on the hot seat.
yeah, I agree. I was definitely probably a collaboration, right, in terms of that actual call. But at the end of the day, it's his players, and if that call was made, he's got to figure it out to make sure it works. So yeah,
Yeah,
he's definitely on the hot seat in my opinion in terms of just developing these guys. I like what he's recruited so far. 10 players the last two classes. Now let's start making sure that these players can block.
yeah, guys. Also, I know this is a short notice podcast, but still appreciate the 13, the 14 people that have shown up into our
Yes.
like and subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Check out Guns podcast and his YouTube channel, Views from the Stands. How many videos do you have out right now?
Probably like 5. Normally I try to do once a week. I probably won't do one this weekend just because of the holidays.
Yeah,
But yeah, if like news pop up throughout the week, I might do more than one. But normally
I,
try to do one a week.
I saw your one about if the Pittsburgh should move on from. Yeah, uh,
Yep, yep.
but yeah,
Which
so
doesn't sound like that's gonna happen, but it's okay.
nah, like they just beat someone just recently.
Yeah, the Bengals, and then even before the Bengals game, there was a report that they would extend him. So,
Yeah,
which I'm okay with. It just obviously just falls on that offense and making sure their
is
offense
that is
play.
that your team, Pittsburgh?
Yeah, for NFL, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's see here. Uh, Set up a payment. Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll get B Jones on that. But yeah, you can definitely show your support by subscribing to us. Help us get over 500 subscribers here, and yeah, that's. I think I'll, this is a New Year's resolution for myself is just to get better at editing and put up more videos for USC. So be on the lookout for that for 2021, or I mean 2024. New year, new me, new editor. I'll push out some videos. I just got to prioritize my time a little bit better because I do a lot of other things outside of this too as well. So, but yeah, anything else that you want to talk about here, Guns?
Um, Nothing. I mean, I'll just kind of do a quick little refresh on the one, see if anything popped up. Yeah, I mean, nothing's really out there. I just hope that we start really hitting the portal after this game, which I anticipate. Um, we'll try to keep the same attitude. That's funny, but I think our importance on the defensive side is D tackles. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a couple out there. USC Jays pointed one out from New Mexico State, I believe, or New Mexico, one of the schools out there. I know a Jamari Caldwell from Houston, and we have the former Houston DC. So I would assume that DC knows that player. So maybe they start talking because he's over 300 pounds, and we just need those type of bodies. I knew Purdue's D lineman went into the portal or is going to. He led the Big Ten, in sacks. I think he's an edge guy though. He's 280, so I guess I would just wonder if he wants to play like the other side of the DN. I mean, at the end of the day, depth is good, but we have so many. It's just like, okay, is there a
yeah.
surplus? Yeah. So
I
that's really
definitely
it.
like. I definitely like how we've been recruiting in the transfer portal, though.
Yeah, I agree. It does feel like we could be putting maybe a little bit more pressure just in general. Maybe not the bigger guys, right? Obviously like a Walter Nolan, somebody that we wanted, but he obviously committed to Ole Miss. But I feel like if we maybe just be more aggressive and just more of a quantity of players, I think that would make me happy.
Yeah, whatever happened to that weirdo? I don't know. Just dropped off the face of the earth. But yeah, no, I honestly like. I put out a video on going after Walter Nolan. I don't understand why we didn't even make an attempt.
Right, just to see what the price tag is and then go from there.
Yeah, like what's going on there? Because
Right.
the moment that Bear Alexander came out, granted we had a kind of an in with Tony Jones, but like it's just like we could have given that same kind of treatment. We could have
Yeah.
made the attempt, like get them on campus. Like there's a lot of players that I was just wondering, like why did we not even make the attempt?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Maybe, yeah, I mean, maybe it's the quote unquote status of the D line coach. Just maybe he just didn't like Lincoln. But I agree, though. I mean, I do wish we had that same attempt and on seeing if he wanted to be part of a Trojan. So
Yeah,
it
like
does suck, but I'm glad he's over in Ole Miss and not at the Zeros. So
yeah, and like who else? Like JDJ. I was really hoping that we would have a shot at him, but
yeah,
he committed to Kentucky. And
yeah,
then who else was a bit like LT Overton? I was really I like if we didn't
yeah.
get Walter, I was hoping that we go after LT.
Yeah, I mean, but he's kind of like, I would say maybe an edge guy. So maybe that's maybe the coach's like thoughts. Like they feel comfortable with our edge people that they're just maybe more focused on obviously the other positions, but then just the D tackles. Hopefully, I would
Yeah.
hope D tackles. But
All right. Anything else, guys? Anyone else in the chat that has any questions, over unders or whatever, we'll answer them. But yeah, we actually stretched this out for a pretty good
yeah,
amount of
we
time.
did. Yeah,
But yeah, definitely like, share, subscribe, follow us on Twitter. What's your handle, Guns?
at Gman G Blazin on Twitter. That's where I post most of my YouTube stuff or when I post the videos.
Yeah, my Twitter's right underneath my name and also my Twitch as well. So I haven't been streaming too much on Twitch, just a lot of holiday stuff going on. But yeah, follow us on underscore light the torch at on X. Follow us on there. You'll see when we go on live and turn on that notification bell, guys. All right, but until next time, guys. Bye on.
I don't.